Hey guys, it's Oxford Plus ProTip number 3. In this ProTip, we are going to add HTML elements or HTML tags dynamically or programmatically in inside this div tag. We have a div tag with ID div main here, as you can see here, and I want to add HTML tags or HTML elements dynamically using a button, this button that I call this add HTML, and using this button I am going to add some HTML elements and add there inside the div main that I show here. Well, for this we go to code behind in .c file, and here we have to use a class with name HTML generic control. Well, we have to use this control, but first we have to include this system.web.ui.html controls. So we in a first step we have to include this namespace. Then in the second step we have to use this class, I mean HTML generic control, and create some instances of it. For example, I'm going to create 3 instances of it with names my tag 1, I copy these lines for my tag 2 and my tag 3. Well, now we have 3 instances of this class, and inside the on click event of this button, I mean add HTML button, this one, this button, this code here, the work we have to do here is this: my tag 1 equal to new HTML generic control. With this line, we create an instance, and in the above lines we create three variables with this name of type this class, and here we are allocating memory to these variables, and in other words, we are creating instances with memory of this class. And here we have to determine the type of HTML element that we are going to create. For example, I want to create a div tag with name div sub, and put it inside this HTML element div main. So I write here div to point this variable to a div HTML element. So then we have to, the work that we have to do is adding this element to controls of element that we want. As I said, I want to add that div inside the this div. So I write div main dot controls dot add my tag 1, and I can add some properties or attributes to my element, such as ID and so on. As I said, I want to name it as div sub. Well, for now we want to execute this code. So I refresh the page, and I press the button, and with seeing the source code of the page, we can see here that we have a div tag with ID div main that here it starts and here it ends, and inside it we are a second div with ID div sub that is inside first div. Well, so our program is working well. So I want to add some other HTML elements such as p elements. So I write here this codes, my tag2 equal to new HTML generic control, and this time we write here p. So our instance will be a p HTML element, and here I write in the inner text, its inner text, this sentence. I write welcome sentence inside inner text of this element, and as I said, this element is a p element. Well, and I want to create another element, HTML element that is a p tag too, and write inside this, inside its inner text, this sentence. Here Oxford plus ProTip number 3. Well, and I want to put these two tags or HTML elements inside this one, div sub. So for this I need to write this code, div, no, as I said, this tag or div sub is my tag 1 indeed. And here we have to write such my tag 1 dot controls dot add my tag 2 and my tag 2 and my tag 3. I copy this line, and here I change this 2 to 3. Well, I think this will work good. So I go to test it. So I refresh the page first, and then I click this button. Well, sounds good, and we have two lines, welcome, and here Oxford, here is Oxford plus ProTip 3. Here is Oxford plus ProTip number 3. When we see the source code of the page, we can see here a main div with name of div main, that this tag is start of it, and this is this tag is start of it, and this one is end of it. And inside this div main, we have another div with name or ID div sub, that this is start of it and this is end of it. And inside the second div, I mean div sub, we have two p elements or p tags with this words or sentences inside them, welcome and this sentence. So as you can see, we can add HTML tags or HTML elements dynamically in code behind of the website with this class HTML generic control. We can do more jobs, more works with this, such as adding some style, some styles, such as border, background color, and so on. For example, I want to add this style to this one. Style border, I add a thin border to this p tag. Well, it does not work, or works. Now maybe I want to, maybe I have to add some another style. Oops, I have a wrong here. Border style must be solid, and the border width must be thin. This time it must works. Yes, it works. And I add some another style to this HTML element. My tag 3 dot style dot add. I want to add background color to this. Background yellow. I don't know this will work or not. Yes, this works well. So in this ProTip, Oxford Plus ProTip 3, we saw that we can add HTML tags dynamically and programmatically to our page. Good luck.